Welcome back. The St. Lucia Marketing Board continues efforts to stimulate, facilitate, and improve the production and marketing of fresh agricultural produce.
In an effort to ensure a consistent supply of produce throughout the year, the Department of Agriculture, St. Lucia Marketing Board, and the Taiwan Technical Mission has entered into a contractual agreement with a core of farmers. This comes on the heels of a 6-month contract commissioned last year, where 20 farmers were scheduled to supply a variety of crops as part of a trial program. A total of 30 farmers have been contracted under the arrangement signed on Wednesday. According to the chairman of the St. Lucia Marketing Board, Emmanuel Clery, this new purchase agreement aims to deepen relationships between the St. Lucia Marketing Board and local farmers, resulting in a more effective food marketing plan.
And I believe that if we continue this trend, the hope of the Marketing Board basically is to ensure that we have as many of the farmers participating in programs like that or working with the Marketing Board, rather than having to be all over St. Lucia looking for market. It's the hope of the Marketing Board that maybe 80-90% of our farmers would have this kind of arrangements with the Marketing Board, which makes it a lot easier, not only for the farmers, because you have one stop where you can bring in your produce, but also the consumers, because we would be in a position to process these crops and make it a product that is probably superior to what is available on the market.
The 7 crops targeted under the enhancement of the efficiency of production distribution supply chain in the fruits and vegetable sector project, commonly known as the 7 Crops Project, would be among the crops expected to be supplied by farmers. Ambassador of the Republic of China Taiwan to St. Lucia, His Excellency Peter Cheyenne Chen, commended all stakeholders on their efforts to ensure the success of the 7 Crops Project.
The first ever United Nations Food System Summit will be held in September this year. And I believe the 7 Crops Project is not only a direct response to the theme of the summit, a just and resilient world that no one is left behind, but also set a course to make real changes. Taiwan will continue to work with the government of St. Lucia to advance agricultural technology, promote a thriving agricultural economy, and achieve the 2030 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
The Ministry of Agriculture continues to underline its commitment to supporting agricultural stakeholders and ensuring a thriving economy. From the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Agriculture, I am
St. Lucian teachers have benefited from training focused on best practices, current research, and practical tools that create inclusive environments for neurodiverse students.
Neurodiverse students are essentially special needs learners who possess academic challenges related to conditions of brain functioning. The initiative, which ended last week in St. Lucia, focused on the educational needs of children specifically diagnosed with autism, ADHD, and dyslexia. Delivered by Lesley University's Institute for English Language Programs Beyond Borders in collaboration with the Authentic Caribbean Foundation, the ACF, the activity benefited some 100 teachers locally. Education Officer for Special Education Dale Senchis says this will boost government efforts to provide critical support to children with special needs through the specialized training to teachers.
The idea here is that rather than send children away to be supported for their educational needs, we want to be able to provide educational support within their classrooms, within their normal spaces, together with their peers. So what will happen as a result of this training activity is that these teachers will now be able to go back and know how to provide differentiated instruction in the classroom so that children who are typically developing as well as those who have special needs can both be educated in the same setting.
The Authentic Caribbean Foundation, ACF, founded in 2012, is a non-profit organization based in Boston and is committed to transforming the lives of Caribbean children and their caregivers impacted by disabilities and HIV/AIDS through the provision of health and educational support. Teacher assigned to the Special Education Unit, Vanessa Minal, says the ACF collaboration is delivering hands-on training that will redound to efficient support to neurodiverse learners.
These are the children who are in the typical classroom. So the teachers have to be able to provide the necessary interventions for those children, especially because now we are in a time when there is a very push towards inclusion. These children are in the regular classroom, so yes, they need that support. I must also say that it is not only for the teachers who are in the general ed setting providing the support for the students, but we also have the teachers at the special schools also attending this training.
The initiative was created in partnership with the Ministry of External Affairs through the island's embassy in Washington, D.C. and Miami Consulate.
This program will be offered in the future. It will be offered to healthcare workers and the community stakeholders to deal directly and indirectly with persons with disabilities.
The follow-up training initiative for social and healthcare workers and other community stakeholders is being planned for later in 2021. From the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Education, Innovation, Gender Relations and Sustainable Development, I am Chris Sackner reporting.
You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We'll be right back.